Let's see, we should... Cicadas? Dry leaves.
Some ASMR stuff right there.
Yeah. I'm trying to change it up a little bit. So. Dunes. Sound healing journey. Okay. I'll put the chat box. Let's check audio. Yeah.
Just really low.
Welcoming everybody. Let me unlock the face. Who's here? Love Takori is here. Thank you. Freedom Faith. Gotta unlock the Facebook. We have Jane, top hairstylist. Nice to see you here. We got a top hairstylist. Freedom Faith, Bert or Jennifer. Welcoming everybody. Rain is here. We got Wednesday. Welcome everybody. Who else up here? Muso Patty. Lots of big shift, right? Year, it seems. I think we're gonna just warm up a little bit and then see 7:08. Yeah, let's just warm up a little bit, check the sound, and then wait for people to arrive, say hi to y'all, and then go on a sound journey, drink some tea, and clear some energy. And today we'll just play for mental health and emotional health, loving your damn self party. And what kind of tea do we have today?
Big red robe.
Big red robe. Haven't had this in a while. Is this that what kind of Wui
Power or something like that.
Wui Da Hong Bao.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you're into that tea life, what sounds, frequency or hertz do you use? The one in a moment. we don't this group we don't concern too much about the hertz because it's about feeling. It could be 432 hertz, and if you don't play with love, people don't feel anything. So we're grateful for the art of love, and let's just warm up a little bit, and then see how people feel, and then continue the journey. So. everybody to the H-Town party, Mystic Village. We have the famous father, Sean Corey, and of course, shout out to Evie, famous future leader of the Mystic Village. Very excited. Shout out to Jill Crary, Evie. We have Emily, the Queen Richardson. That's like, her title. Charles, the King, the Third Richardson. Whatever his last. Alan. I was thinking King Charles the Third or something. And you got me, your brother Tanet, Guru Tanet here. We got Cosmic Surf Pro in the house. Tanya, thank you so much, everybody. How's the vibes? Before we go on a journey, can we update on the vibes in H-Town? What's going on with the weather? And how's your daily? This is the time to unwind the Dharma.
It's been a good week for staying on discipline and making sure that I do what I need to do. There was a couple days where I, slept in a little bit, and I really felt the difference in my routine and like how it affected me. We had some storms this morning, and I forget what else, but yeah, there was another reason. But anyways, it's just it's never easy in the camper with a storm, and then like not getting enough sleep and really forcing myself to get up and do what I'm supposed to do after a night like that. It can be difficult, but it is necessary, and really is a good reminder of why I need to stay on routine and stay on focus and continue to move forward with my progression and that 1% every day and improving.
How about Queen Emily? Anything? Here we go. How this week's energy? How's the vibes been for you?
I've been meditating, increasing my meditation, and sometimes we give a lot to others, and to be of service to others is absolutely incredible. To help when it's needed, and where you're able to help, giving others that service, and not only doing it for others, but doing it for you, for God, and for everybody. But also remembering to have self-care and to practice gratitude, even though things might get challenging sometimes, and seeing the challenges, seeing where the lessons are, and putting everything that we talk about into work and putting everything into practice, and knowing when to speak your truth, and knowing when to have compassion, and knowing that sometimes certain situations don't require a compassionate action, but as long as we have that compassion from our hearts while being able to speak the truth, as well, as something that I'm learning how to do, and not allowing it to affect us and affect our emotions, but having a good balance and staying centered through it all, and a lot of self-care.
Yeah. Loving fire is not easy to use, because it's like, I love you, but have boundaries still.
Yeah.
It's like a dog that like you love, but it barks a lot, and you're trying to train it to like bark less. And if you're too nice, and the dog keeps barking, and if you're too mean, then the dog gets scared. Yeah. And
like the master says, when somebody shows you who they truly are, believe it. And believe it from the beginning as well.
We have been practicing tons of gratitude online this week, and yeah, practicing. A lot of people have been ungrounded, but through meditation and mindfulness, we achieved that.
Yeah.
How about our brother King Charles from H-Town? How's your energy this week? What have you noticed? What updates from the energy?
This week was payday, so it's always a good time.
Cash money.
Money.
Trying to go to Sharpstown Mall now.
Also, a lot of practicing of gratitude and try to be a good team player, but also trying to lead when you don't have authority. It's fun.
Do the right thing.
Yeah. How to manage projects when you're not a project manager. How to lead the company in a new direction when it's not your company. So there's lots of just appreciating what I have while I have it, and just improving and continuing learning and growing.
Yeah, for me, it's been sacrifice. This week, the lesson, because I'm streaming 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. And it's great success. But of course, the sacrifice, freaking 3 a.m. And so it's like businesses want to operate when people don't need them. And that's why businesses that open to like 2 a.m., they have a lot of customers because people need you at that time, but you don't want to open because it's inconvenient for you to sacrifice. When people are right before they go into sleep, they want to learn meditation. They want to, right? And so I'm sharing people, because the techniques for meditation help people go to sleep. And so it's like God needs you when it's like the perfect time to learn meditation is when they're laying in bed or on a sofa, not like when they're scrolling through TikTok, trying to watch a bunch of BS, right? But when they're actually trying to ground and relax, it's like 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. realistically. Okay, 1 and 2 a.m. it's like beginner, right? Because you stop playing video games around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. and then you browse the internet for another hour or two. And so sacrifice, but it's not really sacrifice because it's about purpose. Right? I love sacrificing for the things that I believe in. Because it's like it's what makes us alive, to know what we're willing to sacrifice for. And some people don't have anything to sacrifice for. That's why we all may think about is ourselves, which is selfishness and lack of altruism, which is selflessness. So it's been testing everything. I'm sleeping at weird times. I'm waking up weird times. I'm drinking tea, and I'm learning how to fine tune this the purpose, because meditation teachers are needed at a certain time live, but we want to go to sleep on the time we want to go to sleep. But God needs us late at night. But like, that's crazy, right? But then I start to understand that's why Master sleeps weird, because people are available for him at a certain time, and it's about sacrifice. He can help a lot, but are you willing to make the sacrifice? So he teach you to make the sacrifice to change your life, and then from there it's like, okay, instead of 3 a.m. I'll do 2 a.m. so that I can work out, because right now I've been eating less, eating healthier. My skincare routine is good, and the amount of good people that's been coming to the stream is amazing. And Guy inviting the whole group to go to medicine with all expenses, everything paid for, parking, it's a big deal. It's not like everything's everything is God is talking to us all the time, telling us, hey, look, I'm blessing you here because I need you here. I'm not blessing you here because I don't need you here. Because the blessing, it leads us to more blessing. And sometimes we want something, and if we're just following the simple gratitude, it's like the language of the universe to follow the law of attraction, right? Follow the good energy. But of course, like before the good energy comes, we have to let go of the old energy, which is why we have all made sacrifices to be here. And what's your intention today for sound bath, brother?
To spread peace, not only within myself, but to others around the world. And to just be at one with the sound, as I always try to be, while we create.
How about the Queen? What is your intention today, sister?
Clear mind. Clear, just clear.
Even your cat is here early today.
Yeah, everything clear.
Everything
clear. Energy, clear.
Clear. How about our brother Charles Allen III?
My intention is to not fall off the beat and to not just throw in random noises and rattles, like to try to feel more of the flow or the vibe.
Yeah. All of the things that you do, all the small things that you do, beat in the street. Sometimes you have to breathe small to get ready for bigger breath. Amen to that. Cue the kid. Okay, drop the wisdom. Welcoming Timmy Time, positive energy and vibes. Shelly is here too. Thank you for being his sister. Tanya says, wholeheartedly genuine thank you for sharing your beautiful wisdom and knowledge. Guru, peace be with you. And ต้อนรับทุกคนครับ welcome all the Thai, a lot of Thai people have been coming to the stream. สวัสดีครับ ต้อนรับสู่การ sound healing journey วิชาของ
Teach us some Thai words one day.
If you want to I'm not the greatest Thai teacher.
Just
some lady yesterday just
cool
the Thai lady in the stream was correct. You don't even know how to read Thai correctly. Because it takes me a long time to read a sentence, because I can read regular Thai, but when you write Thai in English, like the word live stream, you can type the word live stream in Thai and it's like it confuses me. It's an English word written in Thai. So I'm just used to the old, non-modern words. And nowadays, they're mixing English word into the Thai writing, right? Live stream, online, new age things that do it, yeah. So, you come live daily at this time. Need to get the positive vibe. I've given up today. Oh, well, now, continue and get up again, sister. With us, keep going. Do the best that you can. Sometimes we want to give up, but we've been blessed for a reason. It's not always easy, and that's why we have community to help support. That's why we have what we're doing here. And we got Kun Sawadika Tukon. She says, hi everybody in Seoul, Thai. You ever want to ask me? Let's ask for Tony Tone. Okay. Kata says, that's amazing. I'm happy for y'all. The hard work shows. Listen for the people. Maybe you come one more time, huh?
She better. She sent Evie some gifts and Jill and I a couple of gifts this week.
Okay, shout out to Kata.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the gifts.
She's on the uptrend right now. Mike Medeiros is here too. Thank you so much. And Supernova, thank you so much for helping me fall asleep and be at peace last night. You're welcome. My legs are already paining already, says Jane, top hairstylist. Nathanan จากเมืองไทย สวัสดีครับทุกคน Yeah, my Thai is not the best, but I'm trying, and trying is enough for people. When they see you take an effort, they're like, oh, he's Americanized. We can deal with it.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta be understanding.
It's like I'm reading at, I would say I'm reading at like 4th or 5th grade level, maybe more, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know it's not high school.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, it's not high school. Kop kun cup. So what's Kop kun cup? Thank you. Oh yeah, shout out to that's Helios Rising HTX. That's him. And we got brother, what do you call it? Bioman _ HTX meditation.
Can I not share this out?
It just did.
Yeah.
No, not my name, but the stream to my my page or something.
Yeah.
It said you did. It said you shared it.
No, it shared it on TikTok. Yeah, you can just share
I
it.
did?
It said it shared. Your name popped up and it said you shared the live.
Oh, okay.
On TikTok.
I,
You share it to TikTok, but I guess you could share it to other, like,
Yeah.
whatever you use. Okay, let's get to it. So, thank you, everybody. Set your intention. Set your intention. Be present. Face what you feel. If you're sad, don't run away from it. Face the pain so that we can heal. Run away from the pain and it chases you all your life. Or you just do substance and it's still there. What's your opinion on the uses of substance? Respect the medicine or else you poison your consciousness. Most people will talk about moderation, but they don't know how to moderate. We just like to use that analogy to continue abusing. Breathing in, be aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, be aware that you're breathing out. We're gonna start with 3 ohms today. Relax your body, facial muscles. Relax your whole body. Get ready to Om. Breathing in. Breathe naturally. Be in your body. Bring your awareness to your body. Relax your whole body, hands, eyebrows, eyeball. Get ready, breathing in. Give yourself permission to relax, to enjoy the sound bath. I allow myself to slow down and be here with the sound. Be here in the moment with love, with joy, with peace. Everything's gonna be okay. Improve our life. Breathing in. gate paragate parasamgate bodhisavaha gate gate paragate bodhisavaha. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, relaxing, exhaling the stress out. Breathing in the positive light into your body. Releasing, relaxing your whole body. Welcoming Hernandez, NG Tien. We got Hunvia Navia. Timmy time. What did we feel today? Shout out to Jesus. Shout out to the Buddha, Bodhisattva. And thank you to our ancestor. Keep singing our collective truth. Thank you to JT up in here. We got the governor, Thea Mist, Kimberly. It's pronounced Mitch. I feel like I'm standing on a mountainside staring over the city below. Like Hong Kong, New York City. When we meditate, we step back and we see the big picture. That's what it feels like. We're slowing down and we're seeing the stress in our life, but we're not stressed out. We see the problem. When we slow down, we get rested, actually, right? When we're meditating, we're resting, but we're also like becoming aware that what's going on in our mind. When we meditate, we gain this thing called clarity. Even though it may be chaotic, meditation helps our mind sort out the BS naturally without trying, which I didn't believe before. How can sitting still like achieve solution? You gotta think everything out. It's good to think things out, but sometimes we gotta slow down, give our brain some air to breathe, you know? CPU, whatever is overheating, you gotta let it cool down, right? Some of y'all, your fan is dirty, okay? Clean your dang fans. And that means your mind is noisy. It's hard for your mind to function properly when your mind is dusty. Get that, right? You gotta go to Micro Center and buy the air in a can and spray the computer down. And that air is called breathing in. Be aware that you're breathing in. And release. Let go of the dust. The lotus start in a dusty mud underwater. And some people still haven't peaked above the water yet. But keep going, people. What did you feel today? Hernandez says, I felt true peace. Quiet. Stillness through all noise. Shout out to Dia. Thank you for your kind words. Scorpion Queen says, my day was relaxed. Now my night is relaxed. Thank you. You all made my morning so great. Let's see. Come on. Feelings. April says, feeling connection. Thank you, Shatter. What did you feel today, Brother Sean, from today's journey? Very fun. Like we went surfing today.
At peace, what I wanted, I felt love, connection to an art form that I really love and resonate with, and just as always, it just feels right to be here, even though sometimes don't want to come, but that's just my ego in the moment saying, it'd just be so much easier to do whatever, right? At home instead of driving here and putting in the work. But I know that no matter what, if I come here, it's gonna go well. Like, there's not a time where I don't come here and I'm like, oh, that was awful. I shouldn't have gone there. Yeah. So
we're very committed, and it's hard to find a committed group where you go and ground consistently, mm-hmm. right? And this thing works.
Yeah, absolutely.
This meditation music thing, people chanted a lot more back then. A lot more people went to the temple and chant. Nowadays, people don't go to the temple and chant in the morning and night. Mm-hmm. And the new generation is because we're online. But this is a modern day spiritual phenomenon, sound healing, right? Every temple has a big bell. Every church has a big bell, but they don't always ring it for us. They only ring it when it's celebratory. But when you're chanting, we're singing, when we're going to Gregorian chanting, we love our damn self every day. Thank you, Lord. Om Mani Padme Hum. And so as we disconnect with the rituals that help us feel centered, we're in our heads a lot more. And that's why we've been blessed with potency. Like that crystal bowl is so powerful because it's so loud and sharp, and it gets you to be present. How about our sister Emily? What did you feel from today's sound journey?
Yeah, it felt very dynamic tonight. Felt like, I don't know, waves of fiery and just waves. And I felt a lot of release and clarity, and I'm just very grateful. Very grateful that we have this space, this community. I feel grounded, and it's beautiful to be able to share this with the internet, you know, with everybody all around the world, that we can ground our energy together. Yeah. Even though it's different times of the day, just all over the world. It's incredible, and very powerful whenever we use this type of energy to be able to spread peace and love. It's wonderful to be a part of, and because you never know what other people might be going through, and maybe they don't have the knowledge or access. I know I didn't whenever I first started. I didn't even know where to start, but whenever we have others to be able to gather together, it's amazing, because you never know what others are going through, and just to be able to experience life together and the beauty of it.
And we didn't always stream it consistently. We didn't really invest much. We just kind of like stream it casually, but this is the most refined. Like four microphones, like good lighting, wide angles.
Several months in a row now too of like consistent.
Yeah, consistent.
Every Friday.
And it started with leaving Insight Timer.
Exactly.
And going to the lake, which is kind of like the spiritual ocean. TikTok seems like an ocean of spiritual practitioners, and it looks like Kata says, let me know the dates for medicine. I think it's 26, 7, 8.
It's the last weekend of September.
Yeah, last weekend of September. So if y'all want to hang out in Austin at a retreat, check out Medicine for the People spiritual gathering. Let's go to our brother King Charles. What did you feel from today's sound journey?
Just enjoying the group and everyone doing their thing.
Simple.
Yeah.
Do you want more? Do you want to do more, or are you? What do you feel? Maybe you can take over the flutes.
I think we're still sort of being introduced to each other. I think we're still finding our rhythm. I don't mind keeping it simple. And at the end of the day, it's for the listeners anyways. That's sort of my opinion.
Yeah.
I can meditate. I can just go and meditate. But if we're offering, this is an offering as a service. So at the end of the day,
well, yeah. Because I'm asking that because if you're not inspired, eventually you're not. It's not gonna last. I'm looking at long term. That's why I'm like, do you want to try a flute?
Oh.
Because I got it. Because you know what I mean. My whole goal is I want you to not just if you're inspired, the energy would be, you would, like, your heart would be in it more. Not that it's not already in it, but it's like he loves the handpan. Before that, he does it with love, but now it's like love and inspiration. And so this is why I'm asking, because it matters. We want, the more we're inspired to pick up what we're doing, then whenever it's time to serve, holy, like, imagine like the vibration we would be putting out, because inside is overflowing with joy. And so just see what you're open to. Yeah. Because I got like 30 flutes.
Yeah.
And I'm not attached. It's like if God says, okay, let him take it over, you start taking it over.
Interesting thought. I mean, I'm definitely drawn to the drum and the rhythm.
Yeah.
I think what I see happening here is we're still sort of getting used to
harmonizing
the new instrument.
Yeah.
And knowing who's actually the beat.
Yeah.
And working with each other, with each other's rhythms, with each other's melodies. So I think over time, we will. It's like a new dance partner. You got a new dance partner, and you gotta like learn each other's like moves and idiosyncrasies. Everyone has their own little thing, and it's like it's like a new band, right?
Mm.
I think we're still in the sort of introduction period.
Yeah.
And I think it'll naturally be enhanced.
Yeah. But the drum sounded good today because putting the mic over there made it more pronounced too. And because it's like our intuitive style playing allows everyone to lead. And I think that's very fulfilling. And I think eventually you'll get to lead something and then we'll follow your... I think that's what we're working towards.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that will happen in time. And when that starts to happen more, I'll definitely be more sort of maybe what you're thinking or feeling as far as like emotionally or like... But I'm definitely more on the rhythmic musical side.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this was not necessarily what that was in the beginning, even though it seems to slowly be getting more musical. And as it gets more musical, you'll probably see me bust out a little something. But for now, while we're still sort of introducing, I'm just fine keeping it simple. Yeah. It's not a problem at all.
Oh, yeah, as long as, as long as you're feeling at least inspired and as long as you're enjoying it, that's what matters. Sure. The moment you're not enjoying it.
I mean, I'm definitely not at the point where I'm going to drive the day before a hurricane in the rain on the freeway. Yeah. I'm not that inspired yet, but, I'm going to keep myself sort of safe, but I'm definitely here for it. So.
Yeah. Okay. No, because what we're about is inspiration, right? It's so big because it's a huge momentum. The more we keep being interested in something, the more we're gonna devote. And it's about enjoying and overflowing with what we're doing, and of course, this is still new. Just like every other instrument, it took you a while to learn the handpan yourself.
Yeah, and I'm still not like the best with rhythm. I mean, I'm getting better for sure, and I can understand how it would be difficult to stay in time with me or like stay together.
Yeah.
Because I do drift sometimes, I'm sure.
We're not really classically trained much, other than like I did play Thai instrument. Were you?
No, I never. I played.
You play the piano.
Yeah, I had like 8 years of lessons.
8 years of piano, and now playing the singing bowl.
That's cool.
Did you have any musical? Oh, guitar?
No, I'm just black.
No, you had guitar lessons, don't
I did pay for guitar lessons this year.
Yes.
For 3 months.
Yeah. So that was, and I always learn from the master, always improving. Always improving, and because it's like a routine, right? We have to slowly. It's not like improving rapidly. It's just a 1%, right? The atomic habits, 1% every day, and a little bit more inspiration every day, just a tiny bit. Because I know what it's like to lose momentum, right? Because I've started like four groups before this one, so it's you have experience when you started groups and seeing. What did you learn? Like, that's why the master is going to be there Monday, every freaking Monday, running the show. Mm-hmm. If we take 1 week off, people start going, man, let me just take a break from serving God. And but it's just more about how can we keep the momentum going, right? But of course, enjoy the process, right? Enjoy the process. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, thank you for it, everyone. Do you not like King Charles? I hate him.
Down with the king.
Wanted to be here earlier. Thank you for being here, Magic. Yeah. So when a sound healing group is it's rare to see a sound healing group that's not like dopamine based, just this didgeridoo going off, drumming hard, and but they're there. Like our group is very yin, by.
Jax.
Yeah, it was Jax. He's sneezing.
He fell over something.
our group is very feminine by nature because people need it. People need to slow down and breathe. And everything about making music, it's like really trying to get your attention so you can have more clicks on Spotify or get music videos, right, of a good rap flow and more dopamine, even and everything's just really catchy. But to slow down and be with yourself, to be with the all is one, which is in the moment, is what people don't want until they're ready to sleep. Right? Many people aren't going to learn meditation unless it's convenient to learn. But it's a life-changing experience. I think that's what we should talk about. Meditation.
I was going to say, or they're forced to, like I was kind of.
Yeah, can we share about like generally how did meditation or meditative art transform our life? Not just change our life, how did it change our brain pattern?
For me, I think the most, like the number one thing that comes to mind is I'm no longer just completely reactive to the world around me. I respond.
Get the mic closer.
Yeah. I used to, just be super reactive. Like whatever was happening, boom, whatever thought would come into my head, I would, sometimes have a little bit of idea of what I wanted to respond with, but most of the time it would just be like instantaneous reaction that was almost always habitual and ingrained and not necessarily something of my own choosing, but just was done out of habit. And meditation led me to being more mindful of these habits and of these like I don't know like tics or whatever you want to call them, and how I respond, and it allowed me to change those responses and see if something else would work differently. I'm talking more specifically like how I have my relationships with other people specifically, right? Because a lot of times we get locked into these narratives of, this is just what they say, this is what I say, and then, we just do the same thing over and over again, and just in a loop, repetitive loop.
Toxic habits and patterns that you can't get out of.
Absolutely. And then seeing that for the first time, that toxic pattern, and being like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem healthy, or like, I don't have to respond like this. And then responding in a different way, in a more calm way, right? Taking a breath. I'm not going to say what I always say in response to this argument that my wife or whoever, is having towards me. I'm going to respond in a different way. And then doing that and seeing how it changes our relationship, or seeing how it changes that moment. And then getting recognized for that, like, why, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you responding like that? Like, it's almost like it breaks that cycle, and it's kind of jarring for the people that are with you. And it took a long time for, Jill and I to go through that. And, having these arguments of saying, okay, ego Sean, or okay, ego Jill, because it was like our egos that were responding, and still at the time, right? But we knew it was happening, because we did have that meditative practice to allow us to be more mindful of what was going on. It's not easy by any means, but yeah, that's definitely the number one thing that comes to mind anyways, is it allows me to be more present in everything that I do, and I'm able to respond as opposed to just react to my world.
Yeah, you used to live a very reactive life, and because everyone else around you is very reactive too.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's very eye-opening. Meditation serves a lot of purposes, and being just mindful of a problem, being aware of something that is going on in your life, can have a life-changing impact, because awareness is that first step in change. And change is something that's imperative if you do want to improve your life, that 1% every day, right?
Yeah.
So
the master says, if you don't know what you're doing, have a seat. But that have a seat thing, people never think about. What does he mean, have a seat? It's to sit down and be with yourself and notice why what you're doing is out of disharmony or like why what you're doing is messing things up in your life, but we don't slow down and enough to recognize our negative habit patterns. Like you keep dating the same people because because they have a big booty, instead of because you're looking for love that's within, right? And so we keep looking for the cute guy or the cute girl, and we keep getting heartbroken, but we don't realize, damn, this is the 5th girl heartbroken.
We're going even deeper, right? Like dating people who have the same toxic traits that your parents had, right? Because you're attracted to that toxic quality, even though you're unknowingly attracted to it, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, just continuously going through that until you finally realize, wait a minute, this is not healthy. I can choose something different.
Yeah, and to recognize it's unhealthy is an eye opener. Like, oh shoot, I'm the same. Like I'm copying exactly, and realizing that the only person that can change is yourself. You can't force others to change. How about Sister Emily? Can you share some experience with transformational experiences of meditation or sound healing or whatever you feel results of meditation for you?
Yeah, with consistent meditation, it allows us to go within. It gives us the space and the time to just purely sit with ourselves, to sit with God, to become an observer of ourselves and see the reasons why we might do certain things. Allows us to become more self-aware of being able to see people from a different light as well. Not always making judgments about others, and not allowing certain actions from others, not allowing that to affect us in a negative way, but seeing it for what it is and allowing us to come from a sense of compassion rather than a sense of anger, or having to go to substance for certain things, because before I started meditation, I was a lot of substance abuse, a lot of anger, a lot of depression.
Shots.
Yeah, a lot of clubbing, a lot of dancing. But it allows us to go back to our breath. Whenever we're feeling certain emotions arise, or whenever someone might respond to us in a certain way, giving ourselves that space to really breathe in the moment, and meditation, bringing it throughout the day, not just practicing meditation here, not just practicing it in the morning or at night, but bringing that meditational practice into our daily lives really allows us to be more at peace with ourselves. And whenever life might get a little bit more chaotic, we can, one, help ourselves, but at the same time, we can help the people that are around us at that time. And it can really shift the energy whenever we have a chaotic environment at work, or during a hurricane, or whatever the situation might be. If we're able to be that grounded person in that time frame, think of how much that can affect others around us. Because if everybody's running around like a chicken with their head cut off, then everybody's going to keep on doing that. But if you have a leader, if you have certain people that can be that grounded person and coming from a sense of peace, that will affect others in a positive way. So it's meditation has truly transformed me in ways I didn't think I needed to be transformed in that way. But the beautiful thing about it is it never stops. We might think, whenever I first started the meditation practice, it's like, oh, I want to become enlightened. I want to be an enlightened being. But the beautiful thing about meditation is the more cultivation that we put into ourselves and in our practice to be a better person for us, number one, to feel that love and that peace from within, not needing it from others, but whenever it does come, appreciating that as well, so being incredibly
instead of blocking
grateful,
it.
Instead of holding this wall up, but I mean, seeing everything for what it truly is, but the self-cultivation never stops, and you can keep on experiencing miracles in life and seeing the beauty in the everyday moments, as long as you continue working on yourself.
Drop that wisdom. Whoa. Let's go to our brother Charles. You are, ever since I met you, you've been into meditation for a long time. What transformative qualities can you say that you had experienced to inspire some people to try it?
Well, my mind shut the hell up. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think from like childhood traumas, I was just always disassociating from just the present. And so I would always have a song in my head, or always be like humming a tune, or just like basically sort of just some sort of a coping mechanism. And I remember I was telling you this, I was talking to Emily about this the other day, that I would get a song stuck in my head, and then I'd try to go to sleep, and it would just be playing on and on and on, like I can literally hear it playing in my head, and so it was interesting when I first started meditating. I would try to pray to God, or so in my mind I would say God, and then immediately my mind would say Satan.
Yeah.
And I'd be like Jesus, and then immediately my mind would
darkness.
Yeah. So it's just like, that's interesting. After
that's definitely happened to me before.
Yeah. And so
I think it's a natural thing, but sometimes it's more graphic because you're maybe a visual.
It's interesting. The mind is like this repeating. It repeats what it sees and hears. It's like this. It's almost like a computer. I mean, it has a memory, and then it has imagination, which is really just regurgitating what it's seen, heard, and mixing it up. So it's really interesting that through meditation, you can't. It's like you can't fight it. You just have to stop paying attention to it all the time.
Yeah.
Because basically, the more you pay attention to it, the stronger it gets. So we were never taught. We were never taught that we're separate from that. People think that they are their thoughts.
Unless you've been meditating for a long time with a community.
Yeah. Or at least, but you were raised in a culture that actually talked about meditation. Yeah. But
even that, yeah.
In America, a lot of people are they're either Baptist or some type of church where they don't really teach meditation, and so they're just constantly fighting with their thoughts. I imagine. So meditation really helped me to figure out that I'm not my thoughts. I'm that is aware of my thoughts, and I can choose to feed into those thoughts, or I can choose to feel into my body, or I can choose, you can just start to pick and choose, and you start to see the effect that it has in your body, in your life, where it's when I choose these thoughts, when I choose to feed into these intentions, my happiness and friendships.
So how long did it take till you actually ground your darkness? Because a lot of people have dark thoughts and they just
Well, for me, it took me not necessarily more learning that it's not necessarily dark. It's just that it's like the mind. It's really just trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
It's just here's a thing.
Yeah.
It's God? Yeah. Oh, well,
it's like a baggage that you have.
Yeah, it's like a mental association where it's if I say a word at you, what's the first thing that comes to your head? And so there's just a lot of garbage that's in your memory. And like a computer, sometimes you gotta wipe, you gotta clear you gotta defragment and stuff. It's also what meditation does, or the style of meditation that Vipassana.
Yeah.
And so you're not pushing these thoughts away. and you're not clinging to them either. You're just letting them come and go, and then slowly that's like purging the memory. It's clearing the karma. It's erasing. It's purifying yourself. It's purifying your energy. But what helped was acknowledging that, or the teachings that it's nothing to be afraid of. Satan's not. It's nothing to be afraid of. My thoughts, they're just thoughts.
Yeah.
They're nothing to be scared of.
You can just call it negativity.
I don't even take it that far. It is. Because when I label it, then I'm attaching a certain energy to it, and I don't even do that anymore. It's just, it is, and I am not that.
Yeah.
I'm not that. The thoughts. I'm not thoughts. I am that which is aware of the thoughts.
Yeah.
That's it.
And your thoughts are neutral. Like nothing's good, nothing's bad. It's more neutral, it sounds like.
It just is.
Yeah.
And you can choose which one.
Yeah.
And
Of course, before getting there, it takes time, right? To choose. Or how long did it take for you to be with your observer, right? Your observer self.
hard to say. I mean,
how about generally for some people who are like, man, I got
like
the
how
devil.
how many hours?
Like I would say years. Like let's just say years.
It's a practice. Let's just put it like that. It's a practice.
Yeah.
Like just like anything. How long did it take to you to get good at your flute?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like I would say at this point you probably have meditated more than I do, but like just in the like sitting meditation, just logging sitting meditation, probably like. I don't actually want to tell people how long because I don't want to like discourage people feeling like it's something like some big thing.
That's why I just say in years because like golly.
I mean even that.
But I tell them, look, if you commit for 3 years, the rest of your life is incredible.
Yeah,
that's the real talk.
It doesn't have to be like every single day, as long as you're progressively getting better over the months.
Yeah,
you're gonna have your good days, your bad days. But,
yeah. Talking about the fear that through meditation, I remember as I had my awakening, I committed to meditation for about 8 months every day, and the one thing I went into battle with is called the fear of darkness. So I blacked out my whole room because the fear of darkness. Because our mother, she would put us in a dark corner as a way to punish us if we didn't sleep at night. So so it made me scared of the dark, which planted a seed of creating ghosts in my head. Like I just thought there's ghost, and so I made myself for months. I blacked out the curtains. I blacked out every light possible, and I just sat in darkness for months and months and months and months. And every time my mind would see ghosts, I would open my eyes slowly, and I see nothing. Because you want to prove to your mind, the mind is lying to you. And I wanted to do a scientific study. Okay, mind sees ghosts, but I open my eyes. No, it's not here. I'm making it up. But I don't want to believe that yet. So I had to sit for months. I think ghosts, I see darkness, and I open nothing. And then I realize, oh my gosh, it's an illusion in my mind. It's not here. As I realized these ghosts, negative, like these dark thoughts are illusions, I stopped reacting to them. But of course it took, let's just say 3 months. Sitting in a dark room, I made sure it's clean so I can see every corner, because you don't know, is it in a closet? You want to have a good container to practice, because if you're sitting in a forest, there might be a ghost. But if it's in your room, you can see the corner. It's just your mind. Every time, and then I'll start seeing things that trigger me, and I realize it's just in my mind. And eventually, you learn to neutralize the mind and just see the details, see the beauty, see from a clear mind for the first time in your life. It's incredible, people. When you get to see the moment without worry. Because, imagine all my life, I've always been I'm not good enough, I need a girlfriend, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I'm lost in my life. I don't even make that much money. I'm trying to get a GTR. I can't even afford it. Right? All these like silly dreams of like you want things, but you don't even have a plan, and you just look down, and then you just watch Nickelodeon or whatever you watch, Mad TV, adult films, playing Call of Duty or Team Fortress, and all these things that make your life. Eventually, you start realizing deeper that you're responsible for your life. But before you can be responsible for it, why are you not, like, why is my life terrible? Because I'm living in a terrible mentality, thinking about ghosts and failure and thinking the worst things about you. You're ugly, short, stupid, makes you insecure. And I start to realize all this BS. I watched The Secret, the Law of Attraction. Every negative thing you think about manifest, like it makes your life that way. Every day that you wake up hating your job gets worse. Every day you wake up like, I have to go to school. That's how I felt. When I went to school, I hated school. But nobody taught me mentality. I didn't have a mentor that taught me, hey, have a better freaking attitude about your damn life. Because if you have a negative attitude, your life will be negative. Like, I wish somebody would have told me that and like really mentored me. And that's what I do. That's what we do now with the community. Like, we are sharing all these things because the world deserves wisdom. The world deserves to know about meditation and about things that help us ground the mind, especially when there's more social media, internet attacking us with marketing. There's always like a sale on, right? Memorial sale, red tag sale. What the hell is a red tag sale? They just made it up. Valentine's Day is another thing. July 4th sale. Prime Day. And then there's Black Friday coming up, a New Year's sale, Christmas sale, Christmas after sale, and after New Year's sale. There's so much just like buy me. And we don't know how to just enjoy this moment. And a lot of it's on TikTok selling fake crystals and card readings. But anyways, gotta take a jab at that a little bit. $55, 55 link in the damn bio. Let's go to final words. Final words about discipline, spiritual discipline.
Having a routine for me leads to consistency, which then leads to discipline. And without that discipline in my life, chaos happens, essentially. I'm using more of my mental capacity when I have to choose things every morning. Like, what am I going to do this morning? Am I going to wake up early? Am I going to work out? Am I going to meditate? But if I just have a routine of where I know what I'm going to do, like, there's no question. I don't have to think about it. I just wake up, I do it. Next.
Execute.
That saves a lot of mental capacity for me to work on other things and think and use my brain power to cultivate things that I want to cultivate in my life, as opposed to making choices that are easy and should already be made.
Yeah. And it helps you to know what to cultivate. Because some people they don't have something that inspires them to want to get them up. And how about Sister Queen Emily?
Sister Queen.
Something about spiritual cultivation and practice.
Just never give up. And sometimes it gets hard and we don't want to go to our spiritual communities. We don't want to watch things that will enhance our spiritual practice. Sometimes it's easier to just turn on a Netflix show and, order some takeout, order some Chinese.
Domino's.
Domino's. Sometimes it's just
Stuffed
very
crust.
inconvenient to take care of like our mental and emotional health.
For sure.
We just go back to comfort. Whenever we're not feeling comfortable, we want that comfort. We want that cheesy pizza. We want that spaghetti,
Stuffed crust.
And it's okay to have a little bit, but get back on it.
Cheesy stuffed crust with pepperoni. pepperoni in the crust.
With some garlic
Garlic dip.
or
Wings.
ranch.
Fettuccine
Diet
Alfredo.
Coke, some wine.
Yeah. White Claw.
White Claw.
Don't do it. Don't do it. We're just testing you, okay? Don't fail the test.
Margarita.
Oh, God.
With some enchiladas.
Sushi, oh, God. Sake
Are you
bombs.
hungry?
No. A little bit.
But yeah, once you have just a little bit of it, just get back to your spiritual practice, your spiritual development. And sometimes it might get hard to meditate. Sometimes things might come up in our meditation from the past, or certain things that, might have happened throughout the day that are sometimes harder to look at. Sometimes we just want to numb ourselves to what we're actually feeling, to what we're actually thinking. But whenever we're able to sit in meditation and feel our emotions, we're able to see our thoughts, then eventually you're able to bring that up to the surface and just clear it. We don't have to hold on for so long to certain things that somebody might have done to us, that something our boss said to us, the way that somebody treated us. We're able to let that go and know that we're not our emotions, we're not our thoughts. Yes, we have them, recognize them, but let it go. You don't have to hold on to it for that long. And just don't give up on yourself. You came into this world alone. You're going to leave this world alone. Yeah, you've got God within you. You have Jesus, your angels, grandma. But at the end of the day, we have ourselves, and giving yourself what you need at that time, and just not giving us up on ourselves. So, yeah.
Brother Charles, some final words about meditative discipline and cultivation?
It's the only way that we'll actually find lasting peace and happiness. Everything else external, everything else is subject to death and decay. And meditation allows us to experience that which is eternal. And it is our true nature. It's who we are. It's not just something we do. We practice in order to come back to that realization. And or even just 5 minutes a day, for a week, and then the next week add another 5 minutes. That's how I started. And then add another 5 minutes every week.
Using a meditation app helps a lot.
Absolutely. They're great. And even an acorn eventually becomes an oak tree.
Yes.
And just, even if it's not meditation, just whatever we do,
yeah,
you just water that plant and eventually it grows. So
yes, love your damn self. That's why we're on here, just helping people, helping ourselves. Like we need it sometimes more, some weeks. Sometimes y'all need this. That's why when we're constantly supporting each other, it's so fulfilling, because at the end of the day, when we're present, we feel bliss together. We forget, oh yeah, I could be worried about that, but at least let me just enjoy this fine wine of a breath real quick, And because we have so much to achieve that we've been taught by society. By this age, you should have white picket fence, have a good, big wedding, 300 people. Make sure you have a good bouquet toss and get that photo and the final kiss. And the whole time we're not even sure we're happy. And so we're grateful that the happiness is now. But are we willing to do the work, the discipline? And the discipline is not only doing it when it's convenient, doing it when it's difficult. It makes us feel more faith, more trust, more momentum. And that's why many people are here right now because we've been, I've been streaming for years and we've been playing for years. And through when you commit for years, you can hear in a tone of our voice. People, they can see it. Oh, this is a serious group. They're not here to take people's money. They're not here to sell tickets. They're not, right? And so it's because our ancestors did the same thing, just help people. And of course, we have the ancestors who abuse each other. But we're talking about the ones that are good people, right? There's always going to be negativity that happen to teach us something, but what inspires us to keep going is good people, right? And so be a good person to yourself. Be present throughout the day. And don't only be present when you're sitting throughout your day, when you're driving, when you're at work, when you're walking your dog. Even when you're on your phone, be aware of your surrounding, because you can use your phone and still have a good peripheral. So when I use the phone, I make sure I don't go in the matrix and I don't watch things that possess me, because it takes me out of meditation. And so meditative content and grounded things help us to be